Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Starladder Season 8, Day 13 coverage here on Beyond the Summit. We've got our last match coming up for you guys. Alliance going to be facing off against Asleeky Gaming. OSG going to be on the Radiant side. Zayori joined once again by Merlini, and following that game, it looks like OSG did their homework, Merlini. First ban on the Slark.
The Slark's strong, but the Bounty Hunter just got destroyed so badly in that lane. Of course, their carry is going to slow ball. Hopefully, Alliance has more tricks up their sleeves. Oh, Sleeky going with the Pugna and Auk. It's a very forward lineup, and they can potentially push Alliance down. I think they should ban out a couple push heroes, maybe like a Chen or OD, I think would be wise.
Nature's Prophet, one of those other scary pushers. Yeah. But Alliance, they're actually going to ban out the Visage. So, we'll see. Asleeky could actually end up drafting a really scary push lineup. And Alliance going to take Crystal Maiden and then the Darkseer. Little Ishkoffel. He's going to get some love. I'm scratching my noodle at this one, Merlini.
I call him Ishkoffel. I don't know which one it is.
Ishkoffel. I say Ishkoffel. I don't know. Where's the... There's an apostrophe in it. Is it like ish? Like that?
I forget where it is.
I don't know.
It's somewhere though.
Kafel? Jeez, man. What kind of enunciation is that?
Ishkoffel.
Ishkoffel. I don't know.
I don't know what it is. They don't have nice voiceovers in Dota 1, so we may never know.
Still, he's going to get picked here. He's still an okay hero, but he's just fallen off a lot in terms of where do you lane him, because the off lane isn't what it used to be. And his biggest problem, he doesn't deny farm. He can grab farm, he can grab experience, but boy, it takes him a while to come online. Really not till 10 or 11 is when he starts to get scary. We've seen a few games where actually those early points in wall have proved effective, because it does do a bit of damage. But I'm not sure what to make of it. Alliance, wow. Wow, gonna go back to their roots here. Is this 6.78? We got a Lone Druid and Darkseer on the same team.
Well, they did it 6.78 with the Shadow Demon and I forget with the Shadow Demon in 2 games prior. So
yeah, interesting. I mean, it's been a while since I've seen Alliance draft the Bulldog Druid.
Yeah, same here.
So this is gonna be sort of exciting. Asleeky gonna grab themselves a Weaver with their 3rd pick. A good choice here. Alliance without too much lockdown. And there's the Abaddon.
Alliance's turn to pick.
Classic Abaddon Weaver lane. I'm more curious about what they're going to do with this Alchemist. Is this going to be like a 2-1-2? Is it going to be Pugna in the mid? They have really 3 heroes that they could put in the 1 position.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what they're going to do either.
A lot of options here for Asleeky. Not going to be that crazy push strat that we were first afraid of, though. Though they could grab a Nature's Prophet or a Death Prophet, perhaps. The 2 prophets, both great at pushing. Funny how that works out.
What are there any other prophets?
Not that are coming to mind.
I don't think so either.
Oh, a tiny pick here. Alliance are up to something, and I don't know what it is, but I think I like it. Are they going to do a last pick Wisp here? No, there it is. The final ban Wisp from Asleeky.
I have no idea what Alliance is going for.
This is weird.
This is cool. I like Tiny Mid. Tiny Mid I think is very underrated, although he gets owned in a lot of matchups. People don't really pick lane dominators for mid anymore. Like Queen of Pain was picked earlier today, but it's not that common. And a lot of them are just like Alchemist. He's not a lane dominator. Neither is DK. They're just like there to soak up farm, man. Tiny can do that too, except he is just so potent with runes, and he can often kill the solo mid, and his burst is incredible. I would like to see S4 play it. I don't think he's going to play it, but I would definitely like him to play it.
This is not Han Merlini. Tiny ain't no pebbles.
I think that hero is very underrated, especially against melee carries too. Oh my goodness, like that Craggy is one of the most annoying spells in the game. Like
the fact that it's named Craggy really makes me laugh. I thought that was a joke until I actually looked at it.
Here we go.
Yes! We're going to get to see Huskar.
Nice. We saw Slark earlier today, now Huskar. I like this. Oh yeah, and the manly man axe. I think it is going to be a tiny solo mid or an axe solo mid. Probably axe solo mid.
Yeah, it's going to be
support tiny. What?
EGM on tiny.
Wait, it's S4 mid Darkseer.
This is really weird.
What is going on?
Why did they pick? Why axe? How does axe fit into this whole thing? Like, I don't...
I don't know.
You're supposed to be the insight guy here, Merlini. I'm allowed to scratch my head at this. You're supposed to have some crazy theory as to what Alliance are up to. But this is really weird. I have not seen a draft like this ever. We've talked about them expanding their repertoire. Looks like they're going to take that to the extreme here.
Yeah, well, X does own Huskar though, with the culling blade, and they do have Abaddon to keep him low, but he will just chop right through that. And you can also culling blade through borrow time too. So X kind of gonna own here, but it did get nerfed, so he won't be able to culling blade people unless they're below 450 as opposed to the prior 625. So he really needs a scepter to make full use of it. But still, culling blade is awesome. I like seeing new heroes, and we see Tiny in this one. We see. I mean, Darkseer you can kind of consider like new too, just because he's kind of out of 6.79, and Huskar is definitely new.
Yeah, absolutely. And Darkseer Mid isn't the craziest of things. We have certainly seen him in that role in the past, and he can do all right. Ion Shell has helped his own people out. He is difficult to kill, compliments of that Surge, and as I mentioned, he is a hero that does take a little while to come online, and being in the mid lane where he can soak up all that farm, get all that solo experience, well, that helps him come online a little bit faster. So not too bad. The support Tiny is what's really interesting, though. That is really a complete rarity.
Mm-hmm.
Craggy
OP, man. I kid you not. That spell is like super annoying. Both these heroes have fairly low ranges too. The carries on OSG, they have 400 on Huskar. What is the Weavers? 425. So the range on Craggy is 300. So unless they're at like full range, they'll probably get Craggy. But it is a support Tiny. I don't think he's going to be. Wait, what? Are they actually switching up the lanes here too? Are they not putting S4 mid?
Wow.
Are they putting LODA or EGM mid? Oh my goodness, this is a new era.
Alliance are really switching it up. This, I mean, again, we talked about it, but I think the degree to which we talked about it did not suffice to what we're seeing here. This is really interesting. Bulldog is going to be playing on the Lone Druid, and we'll see him still hanging out in the well here. He's going to be scouting around with the old Spirit Bear. S4 going to be in the bottom lane. It looks like long lane Darkseer, as of course Alliance are on the Dire side. Up in the top, looks like it will be Ake on the Crystal Maiden. EGM going to be supporting on the Tiny, and LODA is going to be the one on the Axe here. That is a pretty cool looking Axe setup as well. Some pretty cool garb. I like that weapon. Red Mist Reaper's Scythe. It's pretty sick. Axe with a scythe.
Pretty cool.
Little
it's wait. There's so many freaking axes though. Like they need to have some sort of restriction on those because. Wait, what happened with the toss? Okay, there is something that happened with the toss because EGM's back at base and he tossed someone.
It was Axe. It was right here. He cleared these trees right here.
Oh.
So okay. I'm not sure. There's some trickery afoot here.
All right, which trees?
The ones right here.
Oh, what? Why those?
I'm not so sure either.
Something strange is going on.
Alliance have something.
Okay, EGM. Oh, okay. I know what he's gonna do. He's gonna do the jungle Tiny, and you go over here, you toss the creeps into the creep wave, and then you pull. So that's what he's doing. But it doesn't work if there's golems. So luckily there aren't golems.
Gonna get some wolves there. All right, we'll keep an eye on EGM in the jungle here.
Maybe he's tossing the mid. Oh, it's a range creep fail. EGM fail. Okay. Well, he was trying to go for something nifty. Now he's gonna need to. The jungle Tiny, I've seen it done before. It's okay. It's not terrible. But he really needs to do this one, I think. Go over here and then creep pull these two because the range creep is just way too difficult as a melee hero. But we'll see if he works.
Yeah.
Watch EGM.
Up top here. All right, so let's introduce our Radiant roster. Up in the top lane, we do have Ouija Zik playing on the Abaddon. Tron going to be on the Weaver, so that is that classic Abaddon.
Oh, he did it.
Weaver duo lane. So yeah, all right, so he's going to throw it forward. He's going to pull the creeps. So he's going to deny an entire wave from the mid hero and then be able to do a bit of farming of his own. This is really nifty.
Yeah, and Axe also is a hero that doesn't care if there's no creep wave because he doesn't need, or it's really beneficial for him too. So very smart by Alliance.
Wow, this is pretty innovative here. I like this.
I like this too.
I'm a fan of 6.79c. I don't know if this patch has much to do with this strategy, but I really like what Alliance are doing here. S4 in the off lane on the Darkseer. So maybe just having that name S4 on the Darkseer is kind of an oddball to some degree. S4 actually going to get stunned. Yeah, Wicked Sick going to stun himself, and now S4.
He's going to die.
Is he going to be able to kill him? Another blast comes. S4 going to be in a little bit of trouble.
Oh
no.
Wow. This salve, the level 1 Ion Shell doesn't actually cancel salve. It doesn't do enough damage.
Oh, that's unfortunate. That's really sad for S4. Big opportunity, but unfortunately going to be a bit of a whiff. Big Numb going to be on the Pugna down here in the bottom lane for OSG. Wicked Sick on the Alchemist. And of course, Huskar is mid. Going to be played by Chomi. So Huskar mid, is that the role you see Huskar? I mean, is he a position 1 type hero, or is he always going to be slated for mid, in your humble opinion?
I think he's position 1 hero. He's okay in mid though. There's certain matchups he does do really well versus. I think like OD he kind of crushes, and some other heroes too. So I don't think he's bad at solo mid. I think I would say like 60%, 65% of the time, 60 to 65% of the time he should be 1 role. Other time he should be in the mid role.
Yeah, fair enough. Fairly versatile hero. S4 doing a reasonably good job in the off lane here, trying to make Alchemist's life a bit more difficult. LODA in the mid, exchanging blows with Chomi. Both of them going to be very, very low. LODA, is he going to burn down? He is! Oh, no! Oh, LODA not doing the math on that.
You can't underestimate that. Like, Huskar does so much damage. The only slight nerf that he got was, I think his strength got nerfed a little bit, and you can't Ghost Scepter and attack at the same time. But other than that, Huskar is still extremely strong, especially when he's in that sub 30% HP range. So LODA has to be careful. Yep. He has a Stout Shield, but that doesn't do anything versus the mass burning spear damage.
Yep, absolutely. Up in the top, Bulldog here, trying to help out Ake. They're going to be in a little bit of trouble. Tron going to get himself an Aphotic Shield, thinking about pursuing into the tower, but not going to do it. Another Crystal Nova going to come out. Just some damage getting exchanged back and forth. How's EGM doing here? Only level 2 on the Tiny. He's managed to kill 3 creeps. I guess that's admirable.
The Trolls just screwed him over.
Yeah. He is going to get some Wildlings. And oh, down in the bottom, Darkseer actually going to fall to Pugna. I missed that one.
Oh, this is really bad for Alliance.
Yeah.
The Pugna already he's level 6 now, and he has Arcane Boots. So he's just going to be pushing the crap out of this tower, and Darkseer he's going to revive, and he doesn't even have a TP scroll either. Oh, no, there he goes with a TP scroll. He actually had to get pulled. Aki had to buy it for him, because that's how important it is that Pugna doesn't get that early tower. See some diving action going on.
Yep, Ake going to fall up top. The power of the Abaddon Weaver. Aphotic Shield going to make it an easy kill. And
this is a disaster.
Yeah, we just going to walk away in the mid. Now Axe in trouble as Wicked Sick roams. I caught the tail end of it, but oh no. 5-0 now. OSG taking the lead in storming forces here. About a 2,000 gold lead. And now Bulldog, he's going to get dove on. He's going to summon the bear. Nice block, but we just Zik going to cut right through the trees. Does have a tango. And that's going to be the end of the Bulldog. Make it 6-0 here at the 5-minute mark. This tiny jungle just does not seem to be too effective. It's basically a 5v4 right now. EGM has done literally nothing but kill a grand total of 3 creeps. Although that's about to change. He is going to rotate. Are they going to make it happen? There's the Battle Hunger as LODA rotates as well. So are they going to abandon mid lane? LODA's just going to move into the jungle now? Oh, Wicked Sick going to stun himself. This is actually a big opportunity. EGM going to go in. There's the Avalanche. Not going to have the mana pool for the combo. Acid Spray comes out. LODA trying to pursue Battle Hunger. They're going to charge it up. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, as we're watching that, Admiral Bulldog going to kill the Pugna. And, jeez, I'm just missing kills left and right here. I can't keep it up. I didn't catch any of those last 3. Axe going to finish off the Alchemist, and now they're going to try to go for the Weaver. So, a sign of life for Alliance, as they do pick up a couple of kills about the map. Bulldog getting the most valuable one on that Pugna.
Weaver actually has an Orb of Venom. Like, what on earth is going on in this game?
Is this Dota?
Is this Dota?
Like, this really is quite strange. And I mean, now they're just leaving Huskar to his own device. I was going to call him Hexar. Huskar to his own devices. And an interesting...
He's really scary.
Yeah.
He's going for the mech.
An interesting build, yeah. He's got the headdress, but the 2 gauntlets.
S4's so screwed.
Yeah, S4 just no way you're surviving that one, pal. Pugna gonna be able to finish him off with the Nether Blast, but wow. 8-2 here at the 6.5 minute mark. Let's check the graph. Well, holding steady at about 2,000. I guess Alliance are still farming okay. They've continually rotated these lanes. LODA now going to head back to mid. He's got the culling blade now as he is level 6. So Chomi going to have to be a little bit more careful here.
This early game is just a disaster for them. EGM, he's still level 2. Everyone has died a lot of times. Axe has died twice solo to the Huskar. Darkseer has died 3 times. And Wicked Sick is coming in for the wraparound.
Uh-oh. Bulldog in big trouble here. Acid Spray Concoction combo. Oh, that's going to be an easy kill. Pugna damage just way too much. The Decrep, Nether Blast, Life Drain. Nowhere for the Bulldog to go. And that will be another kill for Big Num. Now 3-1-1.
Nice sneaky play by Wicked Sick there with the Culling Blade.
Yeah, absolutely. So OSG, obviously the underdogs here, but they're handling this very well. Still a strange draft from Alliance, but I mean they've got kind of a weird draft themselves. They are working in the Huskar here. And with that, going to pressure
S4 might die.
Tier 1. S4 down bottom. Oh, he is going to die. No. Oh, one more. Going to sip the bottle.
Oh, Whitey Ion Shell. Oh my god, he almost got away there too.
If it wasn't for that meddling Nether Ward. Oh, yeah. God. And Weaver fell up in the top lane. All these kills are happening like simultaneously here. This is like an extra weird. This is such a Friday the 13th kind of a game here, Merlini.
This is such a strange game.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Ake gonna grab an invis as he rotates towards mid.
Battle Hunger literally does nothing to Alchemist with his ult on.
Yeah, Chemical Rage, just too strong. Ake still invisible. May try to find an opportunity here, though not sure he's gonna find it. No Handamitis this game either. A nice change of pace.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
EGM gonna port out. The smart choice. Weaver would have been able to solo him. He does make it out. This Pugna gonna be the scary force. He is number 1 on the net worth chart by a nice margin here. Leading farmer on Alliance is the Bulldog at about 2.4k.
Sun charging up. And Bulldog in a lot of trouble. He's not in bear form.
Oh, Bulldog. Oh no. There was a time where I thought no one could contain the Bulldog, but apparently OSG. Gonna put him in the doghouse. Oh man, it just keeps getting worse.
Can Alliance come back from this poor of a start? That's what I want to know. I'm not confident in their abilities because we haven't really seen Huskar too much too. And he's gonna have an urn. He has a decent amount of farm. He's level 8 right now. LODA is also level 8, but he is just so poor. 31 creep score on him.
They're gonna chuck LODA in. They're going for Chomi. That should be a pretty easy kill here.
Have Culling Blade.
Down he goes.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
It is going to cost him that bottom tier 1 though. Pugna going to push it down. So they get a much needed kill on the Huskar, but not for free. And look at this. They're just going to continue to push forward. This tier 2 going to start taking some pressure.
They can toss Axe in for initiate too. So
yeah.
OSG has to really be careful about that, especially on the Pugna.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely right about that. S4 going to be able to bottle himself up. Illusion Rune. A couple of dusts going to be grabbed here by Ake.
Ooh, Dagon on the Pugna. Oh. Nice.
You know, I saw that. I noticed that he had a Null Talisman alongside the Staff of Wizardry, and I thought it was just going to be a Necro book, but wow, he is going to go Dagon. OSG thinking they're very far ahead. Yeah. I think OSG are thinking they might have this in the bag, and they just need to get a little further ahead, continue to put the pressure on and take an early.
Not bad versus Alliance's heroes. Like, they don't have anyone with magic resistance.
Yeah.
And some of their heroes are really squishy.
It's good against Axe as well. It doesn't proc those counter Helix blades.
Yeah, they have a lot of armor, too. Lone Druid has a ton of armor.
Oh, Tron going to get caught up top. They do throw down the sentry.
I hear the stun.
Uh-oh. Wicked Sick. Are they going to go for him? No. EGM starting to make some recovery farm, though. He is level 6. Does find himself some Arcane Boots now. Pretty standard build.
I don't know how he farmed those Arcane Boots, by the way.
Yeah. Uh-oh. We just Zik has a visitor. And he did grab the ultimate at level 6 as well. So, net worth. Still looking very dark here.
Yep. Very dark. And it's only going to get worse as OSG keeps sweeping their towers.
I can't tell if EGM's trolling or not.
I have no idea. Doesn't sound like it, but
I need 5 minutes to make a phone call, guys. Sorry. It just is really like... Oh, okay. I guess it was troll. So, do you have any insight as to the Orb of Venom on Weaver? Is that...
It's mediocre at best.
I mean, what's the mindset behind that choice in this
Dire's
matchup?
middle tower is under attack.
Oh, about the deeps? I don't know. It's okay and harassing, but he has Shikuchi already for move speed and for chasing people, so you don't really need the 4% slow. 4% slow is pretty garbage anyways.
Yeah.
And if you want the 12 damage from the poison, you can just get like, if you really want to, you could just pick up a couple of slippers, because if you pick up 2 slippers, that's 6 agility. That's every gem-made attack you get 12 damage too. So that's 12 damage right there. So it's like I don't really know.
It seems weird on a ranged hero
It's
in particular.
very weird.
It definitely...
Dire's top tower is under attack.
If it was 12% slow on ranged heroes, I could see it, but the slow is basically a moot point. I mean, 4% is about as negligible as it gets. Oh, nope, not going to grab it. Going to be a little bit too slippery for him. But it looks like we can see an engage. Tron getting very aggressive here. He's going to hop forward. We'll be able to get the time lapse off. And he'll survive. Ake going to take the damage, though. Decrep, Dagon, Nether Blast. Ouch, that hurts. Now Tron, continuing to be the aggressor here, is going to press forward. Does have the battle hunger, so he will be slowed a little bit. But that's the power of the Dagon on Pugna right there. Ake just got melted.
Yeah, these towers are going to continue to fall, and Alliance can't really fight right now. They need more farm on Admiral Bulldog. He has a Glows of Haste, but still 750 gold away from his Midas. Mech is completed on Huskar since Pugna built a Dagon, and he's going for a BKB next too. So Alliance definitely on the back foot here. I'm not really sure what S4 is saving up his 1500 gold for. They also need a mech if they want to fight, and Chomi is just going to leap on the bear.
This bear taking a lot of damage. Not going to have enough to finish it off, but still the bear taking a lot. And how is Bulldog doing? Yeah, working towards that Midas, but still a good bit off of it. Bulldog really doesn't have much to his name.
Yeah, mech's going to be LODA, actually.
LODA mech? I guess so. Does have the buckler and a headdress as well. Yeah, this is weird. Just think about all the rares that will be lost on this game, Merlini.
I had the foresight to not bet on this match.
Did you look at the numbers? What percent was Alliance? Like
it's
95
87 13. You can win like almost 30 rares if you bet 4 on OSG. It's pretty absurd.
Oh, man. Yeah, OSG. Big underdogs, but
there's going to be a lot of rares lost in this match.
Yeah, for sure. LODA going to go toe-to-toe here with the Weaver. Going to be forced to time-lapse. Shikuchi used. If they can catch him, will be a kill. Not going to find it, though.
They're going to get wrecked if they fight down here. Alliance need to get out and get out quickly.
Oh, no. EGM going to poke over. The initiation coming. Haste rune on the Alchemist. He's got it charging up. Going to throw it on LODA. LODA going to be an easy kill right here. An avalanche comes. EGM just going to try and pour it out. Where's the stun? Decrep, Dagon, not going to be enough damage. So only going to be a LODA.
Oh, that's not bad at all. That's way better than how I expected that to go. But good scouting by Alliance. They were like, they could be over here, and then they scouted out and immediately surged and ran away.
Yep. They shall survive. So, other item pickups here. Dagon not going to be leveled up by the Pugna. Looks like it is going to be a 1 Dagon. Does have Ogre Club now. Is that going to be a BKB coming next? Yeah. No, maybe it's just the first piece to the Ags. I'm silly.
It could be BKB. The point booster is just much better for the cost, but whatevs.
Whatevs.
They're really far ahead right now.
Yeah. They can handle it. You're right. There's the Midas on Bulldog. So now Chomi going to hop forward.
This bear is getting owned.
Use it on the bear, and poor Spirit Bear going to get a first-class ticket back to the grave. 300 gold going the way of OSG. That gold graph, not as bad as I thought it would be, actually. About 7,500 gold lead, experience lead only about 1,000 at the 15-minute mark.
That's pretty bad.
It's pretty bad, but I thought it would be worse. I thought it would be much higher. I thought it'd be at least 10,000 by now, based on the 4-0 tower count. But yep, LODA in big trouble. There's that decrep. It's just too much. The burst damage from this Pugna. It is dirty. But it is going to be the Ags. There's the point booster. So, did just opt for the Ogre Club first.
This is bad.
Yeah, that's an understatement.
Real bad.
The bad news bears have come, and they have taken over this game. Although Tron going to be in a little bit of trouble up here. Sentry Ward comes down. He is going to get frost bitten. Will time lapse back. There's the avalanche. The toss. And he's going to be able to Shikuchi away.
Middle tower is under attack.
Or is he?
Or is he indeed? The bear trying to pursue. Freezing field from Ake. Oh, he's going to catch him. That'll interrupt the port as well. So,
Dire's middle
noble
tower
effort from
has
Tron,
fallen.
but an even better effort from Ake there. Again, doesn't come for free. Alliance do lose their mid tier 2 tower, and they did lose S4 as well. Looks like he was the lone defender. I missed that one while we were looking at Tron. So not the free kill they were hoping for.
Free Roshan though for all Sleeky.
Yep. Donkey Gaming gonna move straight into the Roche pit. Should be.
How do you kill Huskar like this?
Radiant's top
That's a good
tower
question.
I think Huskar's way more imbalanced than Slark though. I think Huskar is actually really, really strong.
So
Especially
glad
with
you said that.
Abaddon to back him up.
Yeah.
fortified.
I mean, I think Huskar Dazzle is that classic pairing that's just scary.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah, Huskar Dazzle is ridiculous too.
it's pretty crazy. And here we're going to see Initiation. The stun going to be used on Ake. S4 going to take, I think it was the Dagon to the face. Chomi is reasonably low right here, so he's hitting fast, but needs to be a little bit careful.
Radiant's top
Lone
tower
Druid
has
does take
fallen.
out the top tier 1 tower. That is good news, but Tron in heavy pursuit. Not sure he's going to be able to solo. The Bulldog is going to disengage. Still this back and forth around the Roche pit. OSG looking like they want to commit. Roshan falls.
Has fallen
Not going to be sniped. Aegis going to go to the Huskar. Can Huskar leap out of onto the high ground? Can he leap out of the
Yeah.
Roshan pit onto somebody?
Yep.
All right. Thought he was going to do it there,
If
but
he has vision.
yeah. But they'll just settle for the tiny instead. Going to be another easy kill. This Pugna, man, the burst damage is just disgusting. 8-1 and 2.
Yeah, he has Scepter now too, which is ridiculous. Too. Oh my goodness. What does he have a belt of strength for? Oh, Necrobook. I would have liked to see him upgrade his Dagon. Get Dagon 5, you can crush these heroes with Dagon 5.
Yeah. Seriously. I mean, Bulldog still has literally nothing. I mean, he's trying to save up that money. He's got 2K in the bank, so that is something, I guess. But, like, he's got a Midas, he's got an Orb of Venom, and he's got some boots. He's got Tranquil Boots. Like, that's literally it. This Druid has so little to his name. Now let's check out the Darkseer. Darkseer went Midas too. Wow, I didn't think S4 was going to grab a Midas. I guess he wants the recovery farm, but again, he's got nothing. He's got Stout Shield, Brown Boots, Bottle, and Midas.
Attack.
Oh man, it just keeps getting worse for Alliance.
Yep. From bad to worse.
From bad to worse, absolutely.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
They don't have the best high ground team either. Darkseer's like okay at it, Tiny's like
Radiant's
okay.
bottom tower is under attack.
But yeah, high ground looks like it's going to be breached soon.
Yep. Avalanche stun, gonna be thrown. And that's it. You're absolutely right. Alliance absolutely on the back foot. They have no easy way to defend this. High ground has basically been breached.
Vacuum wall.
OSG just gonna walk up, yeah. Has he leveled it? Yep. He is level 11, 1 point in wall. Glyph used already, so now this tower just gonna be under heavy assault. Vacuum in. Oh, there's some of that damage we've been talking about. But alas, Chomi gonna start doing a lot of damage. Is gonna fall. That'll bring him back up. S4 the only one to go down. Now Ake gonna fall as well. S4 buys back straight away. All the while, the Bulldog's pushing towers. He's in the mid lane, knocking them down. But it will cost them their tier 3 in the top. Gonna be a top lane of Rax for Alliance, no doubt. Ake does buy back here as well. Now S4 taking a lot of damage as he gets stunned and the life drain continues on. Still Rax standing, but not for long here as they're starting to get chipped away. Nether Blast starting to add up. Loda wishing he had an opportunity to engage here, but no blink. Toss gonna be their only real mode of transportation. And that'll be a top lane of Barracks. Pretty easy for OSG.
Too easy.
Too easy. Wicked Sick gonna get stunned, but that's it. All the while, the Bulldog in no man's land, pressuring that tier 2 in the mid.
Nice. Blink on EGM. He might pick up Big Num here.
Oh?
Wow, that could have not have been a better nighttime for Aki.
Oh, but here's the counter initiation. Concoction gonna be used on Loda. He's got the Ion Shell. There's the vacuum back. They might be able to find something here. Loda gonna persist forward. Looks like they're gonna try to go for the Alchemist. Toss gonna come in. Alchemist falls, but it is gonna cost them their Abaddon. Oh, pardon me. Abaddon gonna fall as well. My mistake.
Slam dunks in the house.
Yep. Slam dunk the Funk. Axe is doing it. That's a double kill out for Loda. A sign of life, perhaps. But still, did cost them their top lane of
The
Rax.
comeback begins.
Hey, they do have 2 hands of Midas, so... yeah. maybe.
Yeah. If OSG takes 2 Rex, it's really difficult to come back from that. 1 Rex is like doable though. They can't let OSG get a free Roshan, and they need BKBs.
Yeah. Speaking of
Like this Lone Druid
BKBs,
Bear is gonna get owned.
Weaver's got his now. Huskar's had the armlet. He's got now a point booster. Looks like a Baden going to be working towards the Vlad's offering. And Alchemist, he's got 2 staves of wizardry. Looks like Rada Owie may be a reality here.
Staves, man.
Staves of wizardry. My apologies.
Thanks, man.
That's what happens. Keeping me on my toes. That is
why is that even in English? Why isn't it staffs?
Staves. Staves. Yeah, it is kind of weird. 1-800 Merlini.
I'm the grammar police.
The grammar police are coming.
He has Radiance up in 300 gold, actually. Emerald Bulldogs are actually really farmed, even though he had a 15-minute minus.
Yeah, he really turned that farm around. Number 2 on the net worth chart now. Kind of surprising, but Hand of Might is still very powerful. Is Radiance going to be enough, though? That's the question.
No, Huskar can just destroy it, and he doesn't give any flips about the root or the magic damage when he's low HP, so yeah. I don't think it's going to be that great versus Huskar. It'll be good versus other heroes.
Yep, Axe does have a Hood of Defiance as well, so he's going to get a little bit more tanky, going to try and deal with that Pugna. And, of course, Pugna does have that Scepter. I think he's had it for a little while now. Going to be working towards that Necro Book.
Here it goes. They have the Radiance.
All right. They're going to make the hold here. This is where the comeback begins, Merlini. OSG going to press forward. No glyph available for Alliance. There's that Radiance. The Bulldogs got it. Another ward down on the low ground, far away from the tower. What's the range on the Nether Ward to proc? 1600.
Really long.
It's really big. It's huge.
He does not need to lay it down there.
Yeah. And it is going to fall. But, wow. Yeah, that's really long. I knew it was long, but 1600 is pretty solid.
Tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Well, waiting for Osleeky to push up. They do have Pugna ward up, checking glyph status on Alliance, still down for 1 minute. Oh, the smoke around. Here we go.
Alliance, they want to be the aggressors. They're going to have to walk through the dirty acid spray, but here we go. Vacuum, into wall, the toss forward. It's going to be the Bulldog, though, and it's going to cost Bulldog his life, perhaps. Down he goes. Pugna going to finish him off. Crystal Maiden going to be able to end the Alchemist, but it's going to cost her life as well. A very back-and-forth exchange. Alliance not coming out the victors, though. They are going to use a buyback or 2. Axe actually going to be the only buyback. It was a noble effort, Merlini, but I think we could be moments from a GG.
Yeah, I think it is.
Bottom lane of Rex down.
It was cute.
It was cute,
but
that's sure.
Pretty much the strongest that Alliance is going to get relative to OSG, like around that point. Is right after you get Radiance, and is about as strong as you're going to get. And Axe having his mech too. They had all the items that they needed. Tiny with his blink, but it's just not enough. OSG, you can't burst down to Huskar. And if you can't burst down to Huskar, you can't burst down to Abaddon. The Huskar is just going to wreck you. Not to count out Pugna, who has the Dagon.
Shout out to No Fear. Few fears were had in this game by OSG. And looks like this will be the last stand from Alliance. LODA just going to charge forward. Going to use the mech. And that'll cost him his life. Mega Creeps come out for OSG. Huskar just going to stand his ground and start tearing into Bulldog. Bulldog will be able to finish him off, so Huskar is going to be in the grave here for another 45 seconds. But the burn actually going to finish off the Bulldog. And Tiny is going to clean up the Weaver. So Alliance will make a small hold here, but Mega Creeps come out and they will just tap out.
GG.
What a game.
Many rares were lost.
Many rares were lost, and just wow. That's all I have to say. Axe mid against Huskar. Not the best, I suppose. If LODA hadn't conceded those early deaths, perhaps it would have gone a little better, but the solo kill from Huskar onto Axe, that was really the beginning of the end.
And Tiny missing the creep pool, too.
Yeah, that's
trolls.
That's true. Those damn trolls ruining the internet.
They're the new rock golems.
But S4 on the Darkseer, maybe the biggest disappointment, I think. Oh, 7 and 5. He really didn't do much.
He tried.
Poor Darkseer. He tried. Darkseer tried hard. He's short. Did what he could. So, guys, that does wrap up our Day 13 coverage. It was a rocky day here on Friday the 13th. Again, my apologies for, well, the bit of lag issues we had and the odd array of streaming that we had. We casted the first game off the ticket, then game 2 was postponed, and then we had 3 normal games. So it was a really up and down day, but alas, we will be back tomorrow for day 14 coverage of Starladder Season 8 on Beyond the Summit. Again, I'm Zayori, with me is Merlini. Thanks for joining us, folks. Take care.